No, I think today the Omega Man is somebody who is maybe younger than we think one would think, because it's an old brand. I mean, it put a very long history, very intense history. It goes back to mid 1800s, and a lot of our stories date from the early part of last century, the Olympic Games, the moon landing last year. But at the same time, it's a brand that has a lot of forward-looking attributes. That we decided to redefine the watch, the mechanical watch with the coaxial, which we did in '99, and now this year with a big campaign. We're launching this year, our anti-magnetic watch movement, in fact, which we think is going to be a big breakthrough for the years to come. I would say it's sports. It's obviously linked to performance. We try to get the best athletes we can. Michael Phelps is the greatest Olympian ever. We got him very young, very fortunate. This we're lucky. You cannot be a fortune teller and say the guy's going to win 8 gold medals in Beijing. Nobody knew that. So that's lucky. And in sports like golf, and also now we've signed up Rory McIlroy, who's 23 years old, is young. We believe he'll be the dominant force in golf for the years to come. In lifestyle and in the field of entertainment, it's a bit more difficult. But I think overall Omega's been very, I wouldn't say the word lucky, but yes, we have been lucky, because I think and we've chosen well, and very important, we have created a good relationship, because what's very important is to have people who are working with you, who you feel are authentic, not just you feel are being paid to show the watch and smile. So I think George Clooney, Nicole Kidman, Cindy Crawford, obviously before, and then of course we have, I think, the best of all testimonials, which is James Bond, who's difficult to beat. Well, obviously it's not a one-man show. It's me with all my team, and the group is also behind us. And I think the two big major steps of Omega these last 14 years I've been here. One is the coaxial movement, definitely. But the late Mr. Hayek brought into the company in the early 90s. We industrialized it, introduced it in '99 into the collection, and it's really our mission statement today. And on the other hand is our retail development, and they both go hand in hand, because one cannot survive without the other. I remember in the 70s when people call the petrodollar boom. The Middle East was buying very elaborate watches, but it's really changed. I think today, I don't see much difference. It's a very universal market. Today I don't really see differences. I think the people who love watches in the Middle East have the same taste as anybody who loves watches in Europe or the States or even the Far East. So I don't really see a big difference there. I think the young generation in the Middle East is a lot more knowledgeable, maybe, about watches than one would imagine. It's true, and all these magazines, there's a big involvement. You go to the big cities in the Middle East, you see all the shops and there's a lot of interest, a lot of hype about watches, and it's, I know people, men in general like cars before. I think now, I don't say watches replace the car, but it's getting there, that it's just, you have men talking about watches, over a drink. It's true, which is something that, you wouldn't think of 20, 30 years ago. I'm a very sort of quiet guy. I travel a lot. I'm very open-minded. I like to keep up with, the world has changed so much. I would say the watch business has changed far less than the world, the last 45 years. The whole way of lifestyle. And now I think, travel and to meet and to see to read about new civilizations and meet about new people, because basically we're all on this earth together. I think it's good that we learn about each other, and that's what I try to do in my own way, be it reading, be it traveling, be it, studying stuff, and I have my family, and of course, quite a laid-back guy.